Hi guys, we're with the Wendy's here, Lance and Flo. Today is going to be a little bit different video. We thought we'd take the opportunity, as we've gotten many requests and questions about all the upgrades we've done to the exterior of our Home on Wheels. Our Home on Wheels is a 2019 Grand Design Momentum 376TH.
It's a mouthful.
Which means it is not the large garage. It is the small garage, which fits a small motorcycle, or not small side by side.
Any motorcycle pretty much, or a small side by side, a trail version 50-inch, which we had at one time.
Right. So we are going to take you along and give you a tour of our Home on Wheels and show you about all the upgrades. We will not give too much of a description. Believe it or not, we have so many upgrades. It's going to be really hard to keep this video to a minimum.
So if you have any questions on anything, ask and I'll let you know where I got it or how I did it. But to go through and do all that is going to be a 2-hour video.
Or maybe longer. All right, so we're going to take you along.
All right, so I guess we'll just start at the front and we'll work our way around. Nothing really major up here other than we replaced our pin box with the Moride rubber pin box when we did some other upgrades that I'll talk about later. Now I think they pretty much all come with this. So we got an upgrade that we had to pay for that now Grand Design is offering. And I think all the Solitudes and all the Momentums, I'm pretty sure all the fifth wheels. So it was a big, huge difference from the original, which was just the Lippert, forget what it's called, but it's got the little angle to it. But
the biggest thing that I saw with travel, when I used to travel with him in the truck, which now I chase with the Jeep, with Ruby, is the chucking. It's definitely a much smoother ride.
All right, and coming around here, little tiny thing that we did is the gutter up here would always drip down right on the slide.
And that Swintex.
So we just went and bought some 1-inch tubing, cut it to about 1 foot long, and stuck it right on the gutter. We put them on and take them off every time we set somewhere, but it just pushes the water out farther. Just a little thing. Water bay here, we have the on-the-go water softener, and I somewhat hard plumbed it. It's got quick disconnects. Been here for 3 years. When I did the original one, I did a little video or did a post on it, and people were all saying, what if it leaks, what if it leaks? It hasn't leaked once in 3 years. I sealed really well all the connections. The quick disconnects I got on Amazon, they're really good. They're not cheap, pretty pricey, but I've got a ton of them. I use them for everything and they've been great. They don't leak. One thing you're going to see along here that's a nice common theme is clear containers. We use clear containers everywhere, inside and out. You can see what you're getting. Everything's nice and organized. You can just grab a couple containers, move them out of the way. So that's that. Everything else in here is pretty much the way that it comes. Other than, like I said, I did the hard lines. So
comes down the bottom.
Everything that comes in goes right through the softener. So
which makes a huge difference. Huge difference in our water, how hard it is.
Especially out west.
Yes.
The water is so hard within a week. If you've got a little bit of a leak over at the water pedestal, it's white, just white crystals everywhere. So huge difference.
Next is the little screen things, obviously.
Yeah, we put screens on here to keep the mud daubers out.
Yep.
Had that since day one, pretty much. Going with the on-the-go water softener, we use these quick disconnects on everything. These are brand new. I have a new one because the other one's getting a little old.
Can you show that a little bit better?
These work amazing.
Yes.
I have it on everything, all of our nozzles, all our hoses. That way you can literally quick disconnect to everything. Everything is that way. It's super, super easy. So again, they're not cheap, but I think they're worth it. I even have them on here so that I can quick disconnect there.
Lance, just be careful behind you because of our screen.
We also have the 90-degree adapter on our 50 amp cord. Pretty sure they make them for the 30 amp also.
Yep.
That puts a whole lot less stress on your inlet there. And we always run our cords underneath, keep the sun off of them.
Yep.
We got our screens on the water heater and our heater for mud daubers and wasps and all.
And this big thing.
This is actually an antenna for the WeBoost, but we don't use it for that. We have a weather station inside And that's our exterior for the wind, the rain, humidity.
I'm going to show them how
temperature,
you
all
mount
that.
it. Be careful with those bungee cords.
So
Show you up there.
it just hooks on. It's easy on, easy off every time.
Yep. Now you do have to check them occasionally, as you know, with the winds out west. Sometimes they come loose, and he also has it tacked down there. Okay.
We have an RV refrigerator, two-way fridge, 120 and propane. We put two, I believe they're 200 millimeter fans up in the top to help pull air through from the bottom and out the top. They run 24/7. We have a pretty extensive battery setup, so I'm not worried about using battery. I have a switch on it if I ever want to turn it off, but we leave them on all the time. It's made a huge difference in the temperature of our refrigerator. Just recently, we added this
Step back.
sunshade, and what I did was I bought the gutter material that's got the little sunshade track in it, attached that to the top, had this custom sewn. We cut it down from a larger one, had it custom sewn on the one side, and put in extra grommets. That's made another huge difference. It's dropped it a few degrees.
Yeah, I miss
cooler.
10 degrees, and I'm talking about the sun, but we can get more into like exactly the parts and stuff that we use later.
Over on this side, we installed the More Ride cord reel. Huge help. It makes it easy when you're rolling the cord up, put a rag on it, cleans the cord easily. You're not carrying around a big heavy cord, rolls up easy. Keep all of our
I'm going to show them these clear
black tank
containers.
stuff. Yeah,
This is why
more clear containers.
everything's done in sections.
We have all of our hoses in one.
Everything's
all
over.
of our black tank stuff in one.
Right.
These are for things that we keep out when we're settled. Nice little thing that I've only had to use once so far. 4-inch male and female threaded PVC for times where your sewer is down below grade. This will bring it up higher so that you're not down in the ground. Only had to use it once, but for what it cost, it was a nice little modification kind of thing, I guess. We have a couple of paper towel holders everywhere just because I like having paper towels.
Tires, let's talk about, can you just quickly explain what kind of tires and rims and what we did?
Well, first off, we have the TSST tire monitoring, pressure monitoring system that's in our truck so that we can keep an eye on temperature and pressure on the tires. As far as I'm concerned, it's a must-have, one of the first things to be bought if you buy an RV. There's no way of knowing what's going on with your tires when they're 20, 30, 40,
Correct.
50 feet back. So it's nice to keep an eye on the temperature because you can tell if your bearings are going up, or if your temperature goes up, you know that your pressure is going up too, and you're going to have a blowout. So it's a good time to know, and it'll warn you and let you know. All right, here, can't see them. Actually, I can pull these up, but we've got the tire pressure monitoring system that we have in the truck, and each valve stem has one on it. That way we can monitor our temperature and pressure in the truck at all times while we're traveling, which is huge. We also keep tire covers on our tires just to keep the sun off, especially being out west. Keeps them lasting a little bit longer.
And our tires and rims, right? We've upgraded immediately.
Yes, we did. We upgraded to the Saloon S637 85s. We went from the 80s to the 85s. And they've been great. We've had them on there for 3 years.
Wear and tear.
No issues. And here goes our friends in another momentum. Bye, guys. All right, over here we've got the 6-point leveling system, Lippert. We have the snap pads. We installed those when we first got our last rig, and we actually took them off of that rig because it had the 6-point and put them on this. They've been great. Love them. Keep things from sliding.
And what did you make underneath?
I built my own jack stands, I guess you would call them, whatever. Keeps the legs from coming out as far and makes it a whole lot more stable. Here I installed one of the Valterra blade valves so that if we're boondocking and we want to share our gray tanks together, I can close that valve and open both gray tanks and they equalize out. And if one gets full more than the other, you've got extra space. So
underneath your little nice.
I'll get to that on the other side. Here we have just stupid little things, having these little clips for our extendable poles for washing the rig. We have a hard rake that we hook up there. Not a modification or upgrade, but we have a dehumidifier that's great for humid areas.
Like Florida, Texas.
We pull out every day 1 30-pint container. It's a lot, and that's with the air conditioner running. So
correct.
That's that area. Nothing really big in there. The garage, we've done a few things. Put a shelving unit up here and up in the front, just for light stuff. It looks like it's bowing because it's going over a long distance, but it's actually lightweight stuff. We usually keep our toilet paper and paper towels and all. E-tracks on both walls, and I have them on the floor also. Right now the bike is just sitting in the wheel dock, wheel chock, and it's just sitting in there. It's not strapped down or anything.
But we
had Harley and had the biker bar. Awesome. It just doesn't work with Indian. So, but we have our Jeep T-tops, Freedom tops on the side there. The E-track is great. There's all kinds of attachments you can get for it. I use it just for strapping things. We'll put chairs in there or whatever. But I think that's it in there.
In the garage, yes.
Yep.
But in the back here, we have some upgrades as well.
Added these lights. I believe Grand Design now again comes with, I think they've been watching our videos or something.
Or a few of us, right?
We added those lights to give it a little bit more visibility, because this is really the only light that was back here. So that was a nice little upgrade, easy to tap into. A lot of people have done it. We also,
there's our logo.
Because we sit,
wait a minute, we added Woody. Yeah. He's a little, he's looking pretty bad.
Yeah, Woody needs to get some new jeans.
All right.
We added a 3/8 thick steel, I believe it's 4 inches wide, all the way across the back, because the 376 in general is known to be a lot lower than the rest of the toy haulers. Therefore it hits. We've hit a few times, and I've actually seen online where this whole back cap gets ripped off, and it's not cheap.
So what else was attached to that? Looks like you had
2-inch flat bar, 1/4-inch flat bar, a bunch of them going across just to give it
sturdy
even more support, because we have hit.
Yes.
So
because we sit low as a toy hauler.
On the other side, I didn't show it, but you can see from here too, we added a sewer hose holder. So we have 2 of them, and it's good because there's been times where we've needed the extra length. Also built this to hold our fold-up ladder. It's actually a 7-foot A-frame.
Yeah, we can give you.
It unfolds, opens up.
Yep.
It's been great. Got this. It was like a clearance pipe in a plumbing supply place. Screwed through the top and put some band straps on it. Made my own cap with rivet nuts. That goes on, thumb screws, done.
And like we said before, if you have any questions, we have so many upgrades, we just got to try to keep things short and sweet. So just put comments in below for this man here.
Kitchen area, nothing real big here, but another paper towel holder, got them everywhere. Refrigerator. One of the things we really liked about this unit compared to the other toy haulers is that we have this, where in a regular toy hauler, this is wall, and that's it. Here we added a Bose sound bar, because outside the TVs are very tinny, don't sound good. All of our remotes, we used 3M Velcro, so these are all just Velcroed on. They don't go anywhere while we're driving. You probably can't see it, but I added.
He did fancy smancy lights at night.
For night, we've got a little mood lighting under there. Just some blue LED.
Did you do something over here with the switches?
I added this 12-volt little system. So we've got the regular cigarette lighter kind of. 12 volt, 2 USBs, and it's got a little monitor. I think that's it in here. All right, here in this bay, which is a pass-through all the way through to the other side, which is where our sewer stuff was that we showed earlier, we have another paper towel holder that I keep our shop towel, kind of paper towels.
I'm just going to show you
This
here.
is also our kind of tool area. This is the one bay that I go into a lot, so I have things that I get to a lot. We use our little Ryobi blower.
Oh, that's awesome, by the way.
Blowing stuff off the roof, the porch area, my tool bags here. We also gotta have a can crusher to keep our trash at a minimum when we're boondocking. Put all our tools on the wall.
Let me get this shot.
What's really nice about these walls in the RVs, you can screw to them, you can unscrew them. You never know where the screws were. It doesn't show. I've screwed and unscrewed, I don't know how many. Ran a 120 line over. There's a plug behind here for our charger. I also have a charger up in the front bay, and I have a spot where I can hang one in the garage and also keep our bike on a charger in the garage.
They are amazing, by the way. Ryobi. Yeah. We have quite a few tools, and the batteries are interchangeable.
Gotta check our meat.
Oh, gosh.
He
is so proud of this.
Been smoking for about 4 or 5 hours, so quick look, because I gotta
quick.
keep my heat in. Ah, look at that. Nice roast.
All right,
Can't
didn't
wait.
you do some things
All
here?
right, so the way that the lighting comes for the awning from the factory, they have them on the awning arm, on the roller. We don't have our awning out very often, honestly, because the wind will just kill them. So what I wanted to do at nighttime is have a little light out here. I added an LED strip on this side and over there, and just tapped into the 12 volt switched wire for the awning lights out here, and put plugs on it so that I can reconnect them. I can have all of them on at the same time, but we really only use these because at nighttime we usually have the awnings in anyway. We never leave them out when we go to bed. Speaking of the awnings, when it's hot like this, when the sun's beating on us, we added these shade, I think they're made by Shade Pro, sunshades. And you can see on the ground here
The difference.
how much it really makes a difference. I think it's supposed to knock 85% of the temperature down, or sun rays or whatever. Does a great job. We love it.
We're definitely seeing a difference.
I can stand here and feel a huge difference.
We definitely feel a difference when we don't use them versus when we do, especially because Lance's desk is here and he works here. So when we don't put them out, if it's a windy day, we definitely feel the heat.
What's nice about these is that they unzip, and that top 3 feet stays on the awning. Say that 10 times fast. So it just rolls up inside, and then you unroll it and you zip them on. And even the times where we don't use them, just having that extra 3 feet hang down actually kills some of the sun also. So a lot of times we'll just open the awnings and let that part of it, and then we just strap them down. Another upgrade I did with the awnings, and it'll be a little hard to see, but you can see the black silicone I used. The factory uses actually pretty small screws.
And very few.
We had one of them actually pull out of the wall. So I put lag screws in that are threaded all the way up to the hex nut part of the lag screw, and reinforced all of them, put extras in, sealed it real well. Also went along the entire gutter and replaced every single screw every 6 inches on both sides. Same thing, bigger screws. I think I used number 12s, 1 inch. They use the typical, I know everybody that has an RV, the typical little square drive screws. That's what they used, and there's a lot of pressure being pulled on there. So.
And we're very careful. We do not leave our awnings out when we're not here. And
no rain.
Yeah, and we actually got this recommendation from Grand Design Customer Service, because when this originally happened, our rig was pretty new, and they said, well, you can take it into a dealer or you can fix it yourself, and this is what we recommended. So
there was I don't know, 160 screws or so that I just went up. I pulled them out, put them back in.
And they did. By the way, kudos to Grand Design. They did reimburse us for that.
Yes. Grand Design's been great.
They're awesome.
Reimbursing
Yes.
with us being full-timers and not taking it into places, and I'm handy enough that I take care of the stuff. They reimburse us, they send us parts, whatever. They've been great.
All right, on to some next upgrades. Some of them.
Oh, here.
Okay.
See this little sticker here? That was just added because MoreRide just came out with this program. We had MoreRide independent suspension and disc brakes installed when we installed the pin box that we talked about earlier. So for those that don't know what it is, each wheel is independent of the other. None of them have axles, so no two wheels are connected to each other. It is an amazingly smooth ride now. We go over train tracks or whatever. You feel the two wheels of the truck and nothing after that. It was expensive, but well worth it, especially for being our home. The disc brakes, again,
Have saved us a few
unbelievable.
times.
Deer jumped in front of us. You can mash on the brakes just like you would in a car, and the rig doesn't push you.
Yeah.
It actually, I had to cut my gain way back on the truck because I would lock the brakes up. So
if anybody
awesome
wants more information, there's a lot of details with this. Just check in with this man. But it makes us feel a lot safer.
This is my bay.
Oh, go back to the door. You forgot a few upgrades.
We've got RV locks. Have that on the.
I'll show you that. Oh, we love them.
They have remotes, and they're also keypad or a key. They're all keyed alike. If you so choose to have them keyed alike, you give them the key code from the one that you have, and they will key the others. We also have our bay up front. Both sides have the RV lock keyed the same, have the remote the same, so I can hit one remote and all three of them shut or lock at the same time.
We added just a little tiny carpet.
Just something stupid, but makes a huge difference. Makes it feel better than walking on aluminum.
Especially when it rains, and if it does rain, they get a little slippery. They're a little slick, especially for people that have animals, dogs.
Right, yeah. I've heard a lot of people have problems with dogs' legs going in between the steps. And, I mean, there's skateboard tape on it, but it's still not that great. Plus, it just helps take the dirt off your feet when you're going inside, you know.
And the other upgrade to the door, we did mention it, but we'll mention again. We put a window in with a blind. Now, here's the tip that Lance learned. Install it upside down, and we'll show you what you mean, because a lot of people have concerns for privacy. Be able to peek out the window.
We originally had it installed the way that the manufacturer recommends you install it, which is pulling down from the top.
But
the problem with that is if you want to look out the window,
you have to bend.
You have to bend over, number one, and anybody can see in. Now, when you're inside, if you install it upside down, I can look out right here. Nobody can see in, and I can see out fine at my height standing inside. So it's just something stupid, but it was nice to replace that. Before, it was the frosted regular glass, which you can't see through. It lets light in. What's the sense of it? This is darker, keeps some of the light out, and you can also see out of it. And if we want to close it all the way, we close it.
That was a nice little add-on. And it allows more light.
Sort of inside outside, but again, I would have it in any rig. This handle here, $10, best $10.
It was awesome.
You could. I have another one too.
See the door? Watch.
The friction hinges, so that the door kind of stays wherever you put it. 2 friction hinges, and they just get added in between.
Where are they at?
The 3 that came. These came on it. This one, and that one. The one with the black screws was added, and it works.
Even in the wind.
We've been in 30-mile-an-hour winds.
And it won't move.
It will. I mean, it'll move a little, but it will not slam. We had this on there from the factory, which is nice. I mean, it keeps it. But if I'm inside and that door's open, again, this handle here, I can take this handle, hook it on, and shut it if it starts getting windy. Or if it's raining, I don't have to come out and take the latch off.
Yeah, that was a nice upgrade, by the way. We did not realize how important a friction hinge are out west.
Something stupid little, but is nice.
I know.
Motion sensor, solar LED light, which again is just 3M 3M Velcroed to the rig, so there's no holes. Comes on if somebody walks by.
If someone knocks on your door in the middle of the night, you want to be able to see their face.
And it stays on there. It's been on there. We've been traveling with it. No issues.
All right, on to the next
My-
upgrade. Oh, Lordy.
Bay.
This has got to be cut short, sweetie.
This is all empty here because that's where we keep our chairs and stuff like that. Trying to keep some of the lighter weight stuff up front.
And our outdoor stuff. We kind of
Most of our
centralize
outdoor-
things.
Yeah, we kind of have little areas for each thing. Tool area, outdoor area. But this is also our battery bank.
This is his babies.
And all of our electrical system that allows us to be off grid and still be able to work and live and really not worry about power at all. Because this woman said she did not mind going boondocking as long as it was like she was plugged in. So
Like living in a house. I literally do everything. And what else do we do when we're in an RV park? What are we on?
here we're paying for electric. If we do monthly rates, typically you pay for electric. And while we're here, unless we're using air conditioning all day long, we're not plugged in. So we're using the sun for our power and not paying for it.
Yeah, like
So-
today is a solar day.
Yeah, we're not plugged in.
And our electric bill literally will be cut in half or more by running solar. So just because you're in an RV park does not mean you do not use your solar system.
So I'm gonna actually do another video at some point on all the complete details of our whole solar system and battery system. But basically, we have 1,000 amp hours of Battleborn batteries. Awesome company. We also went with Magnum components for our inverter and solar controllers. And I have a sub panel here to tie into our main panel.
Do you want to just say real quick, didn't you move some walls or gain some space here?
Yeah, that was actually a modification also. This wall along here used to be angled and met up with another angled wall. So you had an angle here and another angle this way. What I did was I took this one, made it 90, shifted it back. It used to be just about at this level. So I gained another 5 or 6 inches here. And by going 90 that way, I also went 90 the other way and added hinges and created a door.
I'm going to show you that. He created a door in there for our plumbing.
There's actually 2 doors back there so I can get to the back side of our Nautilus system and into where the water heater and that kind of stuff is.
You can see he's done a couple little hooks
Again,
and
we've
stuff.
got our charger there, added a fire extinguisher, upgraded all our fire extinguishers to ABC fire extinguishers. And
all right, what else
another stupid little blue light. If you
He
look behind
had
the
it.
batteries here.
Now he's got to show these babies
I
off,
don't know
guys.
if you can see it, but there's a blue light behind the batteries.
And you can see how particular he is. He's very clean and very neat about all the work he
Going
does.
back to the wall and getting behind the wall, 2 things that we also did back there. I have water leak sensors in a few areas in the kitchen and bathroom and behind the Nautilus system. So if we were to have a leak,
Beep, beep.
we have a Bluetooth alarm that'll go off that's inside. And to avoid any problems with fire, we had Protang, is the brand name. It's a fire suppression system, tube system that explodes and will put a fire out instantly. We've actually seen it work, and I was sold on it. Not cheap again, but peace of mind for full-timers especially.
Yeah.
So we had that by the water heater, by the refrigerator, different areas.
There's 3 areas we had it in. I can't remember the other area.
Water heater, refrigerator, water heater, refrigerator.
Behind here? Didn't you move the... Oh, we can't remember. Sorry. But we have 3 of them.
Right. So, believe that's it for our upgrades and modifications. Actually, I will take the camera and I will go up on the roof
And show you quickly
the roof
what he
real
has.
quick, what we did for our solar.
Yeah, because there's some things up there too you've upgraded.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to hand this over to him.
All right, so now I'm up on the roof. And as you can see, we've got solar panels up here. Have 12 200 watt solar panels, so that's 2,400 watts total. And I did another video showing how I have gas struts on each one so that they can tilt easily. Take these screws here out, and the gas strut automatically lifts it. Here's our WeBoost antenna. Everything goes down right here, which from the factory was the satellite chase. So I ran everything down through there. Goes right down in the battery bay. And another upgrade up here was adding the max fan. Much nicer than the one that comes with it, and it can be run while it's raining, which is nice. The other one would shut automatically. And there's our weather station. You can see it's a little breezy. Just a quick view from up here. It's beautiful. Mountains off in the distance. Weather here in Colorado has been awesome.
All right, that was the complete tour of the exterior outside of our home on wheels. Hopefully we gave you some good information, good upgrades like we said before. If you have any questions, any additional information,
drop a comment,
Yep.
ask away, and I will be more than happy to give you whatever information I can give or guide you in the right direction to get parts or whatever.
Yeah, we just thought it's good to share information with other fellow RVers.
It's where I learned everything.
Exactly. So we're going to let you go here. Have a good day, guys. Bye.
Bye.